Welcome back to another episode of the Disciplined and Momentum series. This is Millie Says, and this is the final episode of this series, episode 10. Momentum is a lifestyle, and this is the last time you start over. If you're new here, please go to my playlist and catch up on the previous episodes so you're up to date. Let's get started. The end without drama. This isn't a reset, it isn't a comeback, and it isn't a declaration. It is a continuation. And that difference matters more than people realize. Because most people don't need a new beginning. What they need to do is stop abandoning themselves mid-stride. This episode isn't about becoming someone else. It's about staying. Staying when it's quiet. Staying when no one is watching. Staying when nothing feels urgent anymore. Why? Because that's where momentum lives. Momentum isn't something you feel. It's something you build. And you build it by removing friction between who you are and what you do. Motivation is emotional, but momentum, that's mechanical. Motivation asks, do I feel like it today? Momentum says, this is already decided, and it must get done. That's why people who have momentum look so calm. They're not negotiating with themselves every morning. They're not waiting for the right mood or outsourcing discipline to inspiration. They've already started aligning their lives in ways that meet their standards. And once you experience that, you stop chasing intensity. Because guess what intensity does? It burns out real quick. But momentum carries. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Starting over only feels productive, but what it really is avoidance. I'll start a new plan, a new system, a new identity, a new promise to myself. When you do that, all you do is create an illusion of progress without requiring endurance. And every time you start over, what you're doing is teaching your nervous system one thing. And that one thing is that consistency is optional. That discomfort means escape. That boredom means abandonment. And that progress only counts if it feels exciting. And over time, that pattern becomes identity. Not because you lack discipline, but because you keep interrupting momentum right before it compounds. Momentum becomes a lifestyle when your life no longer relies on emotion to function. Your habits don't collapse when your mood shifts, and your standards don't lower when things get quiet. Your routines do not disappear when no one is validating you. You move because movement is who you are now. This is the phase people don't glamorize. The sameness, the predictability, the emotional neutrality. But guess what? Neutrality is stability. And stability is where power actually accumulates. This is where your nervous system learns safety, not in chaos, but in the follow-through. There's a moment that arrives quietly. No announcement, no breakthrough, no emotional climax. You stop breaking agreements with yourself. You stop explaining your choices. You stop defending your pace. You stop romanticizing who you used to be. Because you trust yourself now. You've seen the evidence. You've watched yourself show up without needing pressure. And that trust hardens into actual identity. Not an identity you perform, but an identity that you actually inhabit. This is the lock-in phase, where discipline stops feeling like effort and starts feeling like alignment. This version of you isn't fueled by urgency. You don't need deadlines to behave. You don't need fear to stay consistent. You don't need chaos to feel alive. You move steadily. You rest without guilt. And you resume without drama. No more all or nothing cycles. No more emotional resets. No, this time will be different speeches. Just continuity. And continuity compounds quietly into confidence, regulation, and self-respect. This is why you will last. As this year closes, you don't need to erase yourself. You don't need to declare war on your past. You don't need to reinvent your personality. You don't need a dramatic closing chapter. What you need is to carry forward with what already works. Momentum doesn't care about calendar dates. Identity doesn't reset automatically on January 1st. And the strongest thing you can do is keep going without making a whole entire spectacle of it. This is the last time you start over. From here on out, you continue. You continue with the rhythm, with the standards, with the lifestyle that doesn't collapse when emotion fades. Momentum isn't something you chase. It's something you live inside of. And that's how this year is ending for you, for me. Not with noise, but with motion. See you next year when you're already in stride. If you enjoyed this video, this series, put a crown in the comments and let me know that you're here, that you're locked in, and that you're ready to see what's coming next. Also, as I said in the beginning, make sure you visit my playlist and catch up on all the previous episodes of the Discipline and Momentum series.